Hello everyone, this is just going to be a quick or long tutorial of how to set up the restream of a Speedsimpsons. I'm making this tutorial because some people have said it's quite daunting to set up, but I don't know how to set up. So yeah, this is just going to be a quick tutorial of how to do it. Right, so let's just get in with it. The first step to do is you need to go to the Discord, go down to the restream tab. If you can't see the restream tab, just ask me or one of the mods to give you the role and we'll give you it. Then we have to go to the pin messages, scroll down to the Moleman Google Drive. Moleman's been kind enough to just put all his resources into one folder for us to make it easier to do. The three main things you need to download are general races, videos, and the Boulder regular text. This is the text file or font that we use in the restream. So just press the zip icons down here and then download and then put them onto the desktop. Alright, so once you've unzipped them and then have them on your desktop like this, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to type in fonts if you're on Windows 10. If it's something else, you'll have to Google it and find out. Well, I'm on Windows 10. Drag and drop the Boulder font into here like this. Let's do that again. It's already in there. I'm just going to say yes to replace. And that means it is in the font file. Okay, now we're just going to go into OBS regular. Like this. What I'd really recommend you do is to create a new scene collection and name it like Speedsimpsons Restream or something similar. That way your stream, your personal stream and your restream are separate so it doesn't clog up your feed. Okay, so we're here, we've got a blank OBS scene like this. The first scene I'm going to create is the countdown scene. This is the scene where it counts down from 5 minutes to 0 and then we play the Vice City intro or the stinger and then we go into the splash screen proper. Right, so I'm going to kill this countdown scene. I don't know how long this tutorial is going to take, but it'll take as long as it takes. Okay. Alright, so the next step we'll do is we're going to plus button. We're going to go to the media source. We're going to name it background video. We're going to make sure that it loops. We're going to go browse. I'm going to go find the background video quick. Background and overlay. Background video file. And just press OK. And it should just come up like this. I'm going to lock it so we can't move it about. It's always locked like that. The next one, we're going to go image. We're going to type in overlay countdown. I'm going to browse. We're going to go find it. So general races, broadcasting begins. That was the one with the scores. So we're just going to go with this one. Then we're going to lock that. Then we're going to go with text. We're going to go right in runner1 name. Make sure you call it runner1 name and not Duck Bob, who's going to be the first person here. Otherwise, when you come to do another restream, you may get confused of like what it is and stuff. So we're going to say Duck Bob. We're going to change the font. So we're going to change it to Boulder, like this. I really recommend doing outlines. So press the outline button. Outline color is black, and I like 20 on this sort of stuff. Just makes it a lot easier to read at the end of the day. If you want to be really particular about centering, there is one way to do it. So I'll do it without centering first. So if you hold the control button and then go to a corner, it will always be in proportion like this. So you could just scroll down and just try and put it into center like this. Or if you do want to center it and be like proper, you right click, you go to transform, you go to edit transform, you have a bunch of options like this. The one that we need is bounding box. Go down to bounding box, scale to the height of the bounds like this. Scale it down like you did before. So just a rough estimate. So yeah, that looks pretty good. And then hold control and then just drag to the ends like this. This will ensure that the text in the box is centered. It looks pretty centered to me. We'll just do this the same for runner 2. Feel free to skip around any parts of this video. This is all going to be one take. This isn't going to be edited, so you know, feel free to jump around this video however long it's going to be. I may go quiet at some points just to get stuff done at the end of the day. I mean, this is going to be the restream that I'm going to be using tonight. It's the 5th of March 2021 for future people. Alright, so do this. That looks pretty okay for height wise. And press Control and then just drag to the ends. So Shift to like put it in proportions and then Control to drag to the ends. I'm going to be a bit funky. I'm going to teach you how to do a countdown timer. So countdown timer. I think this looks really professional and it's really easy at the end of the day. So I really recommend you do it. For this one, I'd say the outline, I'd only recommend 10. Just for this one. No particular reason, I just think it looks better. And then once you have the countdown timer, don't write anything in it. Go down to Tools, go down to Scripts, go down to plus button, go down to countdown. I like 5 minutes, so you go 5 minutes. Text source will be the countdown timer. Get rid of the TM like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 1 minute. I usually make it 5, but I'm going to make it 1 minute because I want to see how big the starting now text is going to be. So I'm just going to transform it, edit transform, scale to height, and just make it all look good at the moment. So I'm just going to wait for that to end. In the meantime, I'm just going to do the images for the both runners. So we're going to do runner 1 PP profile picture. So that's already on my desktop. If you haven't got a profile picture, just ask the runner in question. If they're old school and got the same image, it's probably in the Google Drive. But if you need to ask, just ask at the end of the day. For this one, you want to do it below the overlay so that the blue on the corners here covers the profile picture. Okay, and that's absolutely fine there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag these to the end like this. Maybe make this a little bit bigger. So yeah, so starting soon. That's pretty centered. Control and just drag to the ends like this. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so now back to the picture. Just line it up with the red lines like this, and then just press Shift and Control, so you can just drag and drop across. Most runners have like square pictures anyway, so it's pretty easy. And we'll do the other image. We'll do runner 2 PP for Motman. We're going to move this down to below the overlay countdown. And just drag and pull them across like this. So yeah, that's all pretty good. We'll do the category next. So text, we'll do category text. And then we'll just do the same again. So bolder. Alright, bolder, ASM, go down, outline, select color, black, make it 20. There you go, and then we'll just right click and go down to transform, edit transform, scale to the height, make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, that looks fine. And then just drag and drop. Sorry, control and drag like you would. Okay. Next we're going to do the commentators for the browser source. This is so that when people speak on the Discord stream that their names will light up and stuff. So for this one you want to go to the plus button, browser source, type in commentators like this. It'll come up with a URL. So we go back to the Moleman Google Drive, go to the VC browser source, just click on it, copy, and then just paste that in the top like this. Okay, I'm just going to join that VC just to make sure it works. Not power plant, cable. Yep, works, I'm up here. And then you just press the Alt button, and Alt will let you crop. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but yeah, so it'll let you crop. So if I go down here, it crops me entirely. Just want to crop to about here. And then just put yourself about there, just in the line at the top. If you hold down Control and Shift, it'll make it a lot more easier on you, so you can just like line it up easier. So that looks pretty good to me, because we're going to have two commentators. There's going to be one below me. So then you Alt and just drag that up like this, and that looks pretty good to me. When the next commentator joins, they'll be in the bottom here, and then we can like make it look more professional by like, you know, cropping it and stuff. Okay, so I'm not sure if the background has any audio, but we'll just mute it anyway. Alright, so that seems pretty good for the intro screen. On the intro screen, I really recommend you
banana.
Hour until the race?
I'm currently doing a tutorial at the moment.
Ah, fair.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you're actually going to be in the tutorial, because I'm going to use your name to actually crop the commentary.
Alright, go for it.
Yeah, so look, so Caleb has joined. So look, see, you can see right there that the names are now like in proportion, and there's nothing down the bottom there. Thank you, Caleb.
You are welcome.
No worries. All right. So I mean, you can stay here and mute yourself while I'm doing the tutorial, or you can just go if you want. Okay, so here we're on to the next scene. What should we call it? We'll call it intro scene, like this. Okay, so what you can do for the intro scene, you can actually just copy and paste the background video like this. So Control Z and then Control V like this. Makes it a lot easier. You go to the plus button again. You go to the image. We'll go overlay intro. Browse. General races. Start scene. I've put it intro scene. You can call it start scene. Whatever. It's easier for yourself. And then you put it in like that. We'll go back to here. We'll go down to the commentators. We'll copy that. Paste that. And then you can just move that down there into the box. So me and Caleb are right there. You can do that for the category text. Boom. Move that across like so. Remembering to hold Control and Shift, so you can just place nice and easy. Hold Control if you want to just move it to the end. We'll do the players' names next. So we'll do Duck Bob and Moleman. We'll copy and paste, copy and paste. So Moleman was the one on the right. Move him here, just move it to the edge. Get Duck Bob right there. Move him to the edge. Once you're done, you can just like lock the layers that you don't want to move. We'll do the same for the pictures. So copy Duck Bob's picture over. Should already fit. Yep. Copy and paste Moleman's picture over. Should already fit. Yep. And now we just got to do the info for both runners. So we'll do the info for Duck Bob first. So we'll do runner.
Make sure you're pasting as a reference though for your pictures and names and all that.
Oh yeah, I have. Okay, so runner 1 FPS. So we'll just Duck Bob I believe is on 150. And then we're just doing the same things we did before with the outline, select color, black, and then 20. And then you can just do the same as what we did before. We've done this numerous times now. Moving it down like that. I'm going to do the transform thing. Should probably do that before, otherwise it gets a little bit bigger. So just scale it down like this. Like I said, feel free to jump around the video because some of this is going to be a little bit slow. Just put in the details. You can find all these details on speedrun.com, so you'll have frames per second, personal best, and speedrun placement. We'll do personal best for runner 1 next. Runner 1 PB. Bob currently has, as of the 5th of March 2021, a 125.24. Excuse me. Outline, scroll down, make it black, make it 20, and then we'll do the transform first, edit transform, height bounds only, and then you just scale it down. You can use the arrow keys as well if that helps, but I prefer just to drag and drop. It's a lot easier. And then we'll do speedrun placement. So runner 1 speedrun place. Bob is currently 9th, not for long, but he is currently 9th. I believe Caleb has just left. Thank you for my assistant. Okay, so 9th, outline, make it black, make it 20, edit, transform, height bounds. I've only recently started making it centered, so I was used to just eyeballing it. And eyeballing it is, you can do it, but I think it just looks a lot more professional when you just center it. Yeah, so I'm just going to use the arrows just to get a basic centering, and then you just control and drag across like this. Okay, and then we'll just do exactly the same for Montman. I know this is a little bit tedious, but you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. So runner 2 FPS, but once you have it set up once, it should just be changing, you know, text at the end of the day. So Montman is currently running on 200. Outline, black, and 20, oh, not 2, 20, right click, transform, edit transform, scale to height, shift, drag down to a good size, yeah, that looks good to me, and then just control and drag to the center. Yeah. That's good. I can't remember if I said it before Caleb and Bomb has come in, but on the intro scene, sorry, on the countdown scene, you can play the Simpsons like hit and run OST. Don't play the main theme, otherwise we'll get hit. Oh, that makes... Okay, so for the intro scene, we're going to go audio output, click, and we're going to go speakers, like this. I'm just going to play this quick. And then what you want to do is you want to hit it about 35, like this, in the 35 section. If it hits 35, absolutely perfect. I'll just pause that. Okay, so brilliant. So we'll come back to this screen. I'll make a note of that in the description, just you know, or annotate the YouTube video. And we go runner to placement, or speedrun place, for consistency's sake. Moleman is currently 16th. 20 minutes already. This might be an hour video. It's good though, because people can just, you know, jump around and they can have a little look and see what they need. So 16th. Transform. Shift and hold down, make it the correct size that you would like. Maybe a little bit bigger. Arrow keys. And then we just control and drag. Makes it a lot easier, I think, at the end of the day. Okay, I believe that looks pretty good. And we'll move on to, we'll do Vice City scenes next. So Vice City and Stingers, these are going to be the, videos between scenes that I like to play, and I think it looks really professional. So we're going to go Vice City intro. I'm going to move that one up here. Okay, so Vice City intro, we're going to go to plus, we're going to go media source, we're going to go, right, Vice City intro vid, can't name it twice. Now we're going to go to desktop, videos, Vice City. And then the same again, you want it to hit like, do you know what, for Vice City it doesn't really, you can hit like the yellow area. It's only really for like background you want it to hit like 35. Alright, so that's for that one. I'm also going to make plus, we're going to name Stinger intro here. And then we're going to go media Stinger intro vid. Yeah, that's also a good thing. So the way it'll work is, I'm going to click studio mode now for a second. Studio mode basically allows you to watch what you're looking at on the left hand side, and then the right hand side is what's being displayed to on stream. So if I do the countdown scene quick here, and then if I was to look at this, on the right hand side is what Speedsimpsons will be looking at, and what I'm looking at on the left hand side is like stuff that I can like change about. Alright. So the way that it would work for these four scenes is we would have the broadcast begins. Once that gets down to 0, you can transition into the Vice City. So press the transition button into Vice City like that. And then once Vice City's finished, just click on the intro scene. And once it's finished, you can just transition up into that. And then once you're ready, if the people say, oh, we're ready to start, then you can transition into the Stinger like that, and then you can just transition into the main game. So that's the way it works at the end of the day. As a restreamer, it's like your job to like transition in between scenes as well. You don't have to put all this in. You can just literally do just the intro scene if you want, and then go straight into the main race scene. But if you want to be a bit more professional with like countdowns and stuff, here's all the tools at your disposal to like, you know, do it at the end of the day. So yeah, audio output capture is also important. That means that the commentators can speak on stream. So if I go down to Vice City, it's only the Vice City intro vid that's been picked up at the end of the day. If I go down to here, I should probably add, 1 second, copy intro like this. So audio output capture, that means that the commentators can speak and stuff. We go down to the stinger. It's just a stinger intro vid. Okay. Okay, so we've got all those 4 done. We can actually go on to the main scene now. Only 25 minutes in, we can go on to the main race scene. We call it race scene. Okay, so we're just gonna get a few things in first. We're gonna go plus, we're gonna go image, we're gonna go overlay, and we're gonna call it race, because this is a little bit different. We're going to go to desktop. We're going to go to general races, race scene. Yeah. And then we're also going to get the background of the race. So for this one is backgrounds. If I can find it, backgrounds, race background. So you want to lock the race background here and then overlay race here. We're going to get some clouds in on the action. I'm going to write clouds down the bottom. And they're going to go behind the race scene. To get them to move, right click, properties, right click, filters, plus button, scroll, horizontal speed. It depends how fast you want them to blow. You know, if you want them to blow in a gale, 500, but I think that'll just take away from the action. So you want it to be like just a little bit. So I'm going to go, what should we say? We'll go 15. 15 sounds like a good medium. Okay. Now we'll just copy and paste some stuff from the intro scene and stuff before we start doing the Twitch streams itself. Alright, so we need a lot of information. So we need runner 1 FPS. And then you can just make that as small as you want. If it makes it easier, you can just go back to the one scene, because it makes it a little bit easier just to, you know, put stuff in and then just make it a little bit bigger like this. Looks pretty much perfect for me. And then just do exactly the same for the runner 2. Make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, it looks about right. And just drag to the edges like this. We need the category, which was in the original thing. So copy and paste. That's all I'm doing is copy and pasting, nothing special. We need the commentators who are in the intro scene, so there's the commentators, like that. And then we need the runners' names. So we go to runner 1 name, Duck Bob, runner 2 name. I'm gonna go over like from start to finish, like what I would do on stream at the end, like that. Okay, brilliant. All right, now we are going to put the people's streams on there when they're not live. Okay, so for this thing, we're going to go to browser. We're going to write runner 1 stream. Okay, I've got their respective streams here, so I've got Duck Bob's. For this, I'm going to make it 1920 by 1080. That's just the width of a normal internet screen for me. Then make sure you press Control Audio via OBS. This will allow you to mute streams and you know, play other people's streams. So you can like change audio if somebody changes lead and stuff. Okay. So we've got Duck Bob's here. What you want to do, you want to go right click, you want to go to interact. He's got a broadcast, so we can just basically pretend this is his live stream and then just, you know, cut and copy and paste this. So remember to press Alt to the edge here, Alt down to the gameplay here. If they've got anything on their screen like controllers and stuff, please make sure you ask them to remove it. This will allow the gameplay to be uninterrupted. So we're going to move runner 1 stream below the overlay of race. This will allow, like, you know, the blue outline to cover the edges and make it a lot easier to view. Okay, so that looks pretty much perfect. What we're going to do next is we are going to copy and paste DuckBob streams. So we've got 2 of DuckBob streams now, or runner 1 streams. Also, just move that down to below the race overlay again. Next, we're going to go find his timer. So his timer is going to be over here. So this is just a bit of cropping going on, nothing too special. So you can see a little bit of weight there. So we're just going to move that up a little bit, like so. And then essentially you just want to make it as big as possible, but not distorted. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit distorted. So like that, I can just like move it down a little bit and then just make it a little bit bigger. It's all about just cropping at the end of the day. Nothing too fancy. So yeah, that looks pretty much spot on. Next we're going to go to browser source and we're going to do Moleman stream. So runner 2 stream. Now we're going to get Moleman's thing here with control audio via OBS. That didn't make that 920 by 1080. Let's do that again. So he's also got a recent broadcast, so we can just right click on that and get his stream up. He's got an advert coming on, so we'll just wait for that to finish. I'll go through that in a minute actually, just wait for it to finish, otherwise it'll be too much information at one time. Compact is the new impact. Xbox Game Pass. I swear we're not sponsored by them. Okay, so same again, just crop it. We're doing this beforehand, so when they go live, you can just, you know, it's really easy. At the end of the day, there's no faffing about. So remember to run a 2 stream below the overlay of race. That looks pretty much perfect to me. Copy, paste. Also move runner 2 stream down below, like this. And then you just want to Alt and just recrop the area down here. That looks good to me. Make it a little bit bigger, we can make that smaller, move that up a little bit. It's all about just positioning this thing correctly so you can see all the numbers and stuff. Alright. Not quite centered enough for my liking. We'll try and do it again. 1 second, bear with me. It can be a little bit finicky sometimes. So yeah, so that's pretty much perfect. And we'll need also audio capture as well, so we can hear the commentators. If you want to change this to just, you can rename it if you like to desktop audio, if it just makes it easier for you. Okay, so when the runners are running, you want the runner stream to be about 35. This will ensure that it's not too loud or it's not too quiet. This is like pretty much the perfect level at the end of the day. So yeah, you want it at 35, and then you want the commentators in the 15s or the yellow bar. Alright. Next we're going to put in the audio symbols. So runner 1 audio symbol. Let's go find this. Audio icons. Let's do this one. I like to put mine just next to the name. Like that. Looks good to me. And then we'll just do image runner 2 audio symbol. That's my background moving because I didn't lock it. Make sure you always lock it, otherwise that can happen. Like that. Cool. And yeah. So if you just like Duck Bob's audio, sorry, Moleman's audio is playing at the moment, so I'd go like that. So runner 2 stream, runner 2 audio symbol. It's like that. Okay. If you've got a really good PC, you can input segment timers. If you really want to, I'll show you how to do that quick. Image segment overlay, and then we'll just go find where that is. And then rename seg overlay blue. Just move that down to where the overlays are. And then image segment overlay yellow. If you haven't got an amazing PC, I wouldn't recommend doing this because it is quite taxing on the PC. But if you feel like your PC's up for it, then yeah, you can do it. So yeah, this is just the same as before. Copy, paste, find the segment. So this is the segment for Duck Bob. Down here. And then just, because it's a little bit shorter, you can, you know, get away with it a little bit more. I'd move this also down. So it's, the box is over at the top. Like so. The black's a little bit over the edge, so we can move that in a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Run a 2 stream. It's this one. Moleman stream. Copy, paste. Let's go find his segment timer. That's here. Move that down. Move that in, and then put that up. Okay. So yeah, there you go. So you got segment timers, audio symbols, categories. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. And then we'll do the ending scene, since this video is also getting quite long. Ending scene. I won't do anything else really. I think it's a little bit, you know, that's just all bells and whistles at the end of the day. Okay, so we'll do image, we'll do ending overlay, general races, end scene. There's this one. And then we'll go back to the original intro scene and copy and paste the background video and then just move that below this one, and we'll just do all the copy and paste in as before. The commentators, ending scene, category, where are we? Category text. You can move up. One or two. I think I can just hold and copy and paste these actually. Copy. Oh, maybe not. Oh well, you live and learn, don't you? You live and learn. Not that one. Run as to profile picture. Okay, and then we'll just move these to the correct places. Yep. And then you just got to put the ending times. So runner 1 time. Or you can name it winning time. It's up to you. So I reckon Dr. Bob tonight's going to get a 1:26.55. I reckon he's going to win, so I'll make it green. And then you just do the outline again. Black. Make it 20. You do the transform. Again, I'm quite new to the transform. It does help. It does make it look a lot more professional, in my opinion. And just drag and drop. Runner 2 time. Like this. No, I can. Milan's going to get a 1:28.02. Select. If these times are correct, you know, this is going to be well funny. The background color, no. There we go. That's better. And then reds. Right click. Transform. Edit transform. To the height. Shift, and then control, and text, next match. What is the next match? I'm going to go find it quick. Where are we? Discord, community events, race sheet. Next race is Has versus Atomic Caleb. So I'm just going to put that to the side of my other monitor. Next race is Has versus Atomic Caleb ASM Shaggers League 21 at 8 PM GMT 06/03/21. There you go. Just put like standard info. Doesn't have to be in that format, but whatever format you feel looks good at the end of the day. Transform, edit transform, scale to height. And shift, make it a little bit smaller. Shift, making it smaller. Again, that's my mistake. lock these. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and then shift, make it a little bit smaller. Looks good to me. And then just control and drag it to the edges. Maybe make it a tad bigger. Which you made it a little bit smaller. There you go, that'll do. And move it across a little bit. Alright, so yeah, that, I got all that desktop audio as well. That's pretty much it. I haven't added my mic because I'm not going to be speaking on stream, that's down to the commentators, but if you needed your voice on stream, you can just add input my microphone, and then just add your microphone, I guess, and then like your voice will be on screen like this. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Like from a basics perspective, there are other things that you can use to like spice it up, but at the end of the day, this is like what the bare bones is at the end of the day. Yeah, that should be below that, and that should be below 1 second. That, and then that should be below. So you always want the pictures below the overlays. There you go. So yeah, we'll do it for here as well. So below the overlays. Or you can just move the overlay to the top, I guess. It's probably easier actually moving the overlay to the top. Yeah. Yeah, overlay to the top seems to work a lot better. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so that is pretty much it from what I want to speak about. So yeah, I'm just going to do like a basic like intro from like studio mode, and then I'll end stream. So when you go live, you'll have this playing with your OST. So we're just going to wait out the 30 seconds with the bonus game music. I think this is just generally the best way to go about it. And then you can just mute that, or like slowly mute that, and then once it goes like that, you just transition. You won't be able to hear the intro because it's just a media source, but people on the stream will be able to hear it. Alright, so when that comes to the end, pretend we're over at the end here. Once it finishes, you just transition into this. You say to the commentators, you know, you're ready to go. Commentators commentate for a bit. You know, it's blah blah blah. Are we ready to race? Yep. Transition into this. Blah blah blah. Or you can go with a stinger. It's up to you. If you want to go from intro like this, a runner's ready, and then if you want to play the stinger, you can to get people hyped. And obviously, once the stinger's finished, you can go like this. Our runner's ready. 3, 2, 1, go. And then once runners are like finished and you've got their ending times, you can just edit like times here and B. So pretend duck 12.1 with a 1:27.55, you put that in there, and then Molman comes second with a 1:29 like that. And when both runners are done, you can just transition over like that, and then you invite them in for a, you know, an interview. And then if you want to play the outro again, you can, the stinger, and then you just end stream. So I think I've covered all of it. If you've got any questions, just let me know. This is a very basic intro into it. There's obviously more stuff you can do, but yeah, thank you very much. And I'll catch you later. Bye.